Hello, and welcome back. I'm Chris Halstead, Managing Director of Sales from Brown Harris Stevens, Connecticut. And each month I come to you with a recap of what's going on in the real estate market in Lower Fairfield County. Now, some of you have asked which towns I'm referring to when I say down county. So before we get to the meat of it, let's name them. This report covers, are you ready? Greenwich, Stamford, Darien, New Canaan, Norwalk, Westport, Weston, Wilton, Fairfield, Easton, Ridgefield, and Reading. All right. Now, before I get to the numbers, and as has been my tradition, I have the great pleasure of introducing you to one of our fabulous new listings here at BHS. This month, I'm coming to you from 42 North Meadows Lane, located right in the heart of North Stamford. This one is not to be missed. On the market for the first time since it was built as a custom home and sitting on 2.64 acres, this 5,730 square foot house is comprised of 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and 2 half baths. The estate boasts a heated pool, full pool house, upgraded tennis court, and private golf green. It also includes an adjacent 1.14 acre flat building lot, ideal for expansion, a guest house, or as an investment. This one sure isn't gonna last long, so be in touch with Claudia to schedule an appointment ASAP. Now, on to the show. Per usual, I'm gonna kick it off with inventory. Some of you have sent me headlines this past month announcing rising inventory levels and softening prices. Some headlines even tout 20% plus increases in inventory. Well, unfortunately, those headlines don't apply to Fairfield County, where inventory has remained very tight. In fact, you could call it notably low. At the end of January, there were only 659 active listings in Fairfield County. That's a 13% decrease in year-over-year inventory and a shocking 80% decrease from numbers in 2019. This scarcity in inventory has constrained sales, with the total number of closings in January down 4% from the same time last year and at the lowest levels for the month since 2012. However, there was a slight uptick in contracts signed in the month of January, totaling 220. Continuing on with some positive news, despite the number of closings being down, the sales figures were impressive. The median sale price for homes in Lower Fairfield County climbed to $1,030,000, marking a 21% increase from the same time last year. And interestingly, homes selling for under $1 million accounted for just 49% of January's closings, down 59% from the previous year. The luxury market proved to be very strong, with 14 houses closing over $5 million in January, which is the highest number for this price point in the month on record. On the topic of home values, and according to Zillow's Home Values Index, homes in Fairfield County rose by 4.8% in 2024 and are projected to gain another 4.1% in 2025. This puts us near the top of their list of home value growth in major metro areas, clocking in at number 21 out of 100. And honestly, I think it's fair to say those numbers are conservative, an impressive feat. The pace of the market also remains impressive. The average days on market for house closings was just 64, down 18% from the prior year, and condos moved even more quickly, averaging just 37 days on market, a 45% reduction year over year. And as has been the case for months on end now, the average list to sales price ratio clocked in at over 100% again, settling at 101.3, meaning nearly half of all the transactions closed at above the asking price. It's hard to look at this data and come up with a reason for you not to sell your home. Literally every indicator favors sellers. Limited inventory, home prices up across all our price points, real appreciation in value, and incredibly swift market. If you are thinking of selling or even have considered it, please be in touch with one of our agents. At the very least, it is worth a conversation. To round it out, let's quickly hit mortgages. As I mentioned last month, mortgages have stabilized. They're sitting in the high 6s right now, and all predictions are for them to remain where they are for a majority of 2025. It looks to be a much more stable, less volatile market than what we saw last year. We'll keep an eye on them throughout the year, but for the time being, let's expect them to stay near where they are currently. That about wraps it up. As always, thank you for tuning in. For more in-depth market statistics, click through to our Mastery of Connecticut webpage, where our market specialist, Brian Cleary, publishes town-by-town reports. Otherwise, I'll see you next month. Have a great February. Stay warm. So long.